Alright, map, I guess.
Wave beam.
Wave beam, yeah, wave beam is in Norfair. All the way over in Norfair.
Yeah, you can probably go up the criteria there.
Yeah, so do you remember whether we have been in the blue areas here, in this area?
We have not, well, actually, yes, we have been on the left side there.
You mean down here?
No,
the top now?
Yeah, the rectangle that's closed in by all the purples. The
yes,
pickies.
okay.
Yeah, we've been on that side.
Right.
And I think you did also check out the little Tetris block shape thing up top
right.
all the way north.
Yeah.
You've mostly explored. There's probably some pickups and stuff you can find around here.
I'm asking just because should I go back for any of these? Is my question.
If you're asking if there are any key abilities, then no.
No, wave beam.
I think the wave beam would be the fitting place to go next. And then I know where you're supposed to go, but
but the thing with spoilers and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have.
Truthfully told, you also should know.
I have a major hunch where we should go, and that is not down into the sand. map.
So you could go and check out this big room here.
I think I shall.
Okay. Silly mock droids. Tricks are for kids. Whew, yeah.
All right. Boom. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's odd. You have to sort of jump again when you've
just started moving down.
Yeah,
or something. All right. See now, once I figured that out, it's a bit easier.
The only problem now is to just turn mid-air, which is always going to be. That being the drawback of the grapple beam.
Yeah.
Whew.
You okay there?
Yeah, it's just...
the last 2 hours of your life is not something you're going to get back.
It's going to be a short and sweet, sexy video because of your magnificent editing skills, but for you, dear viewer, we spend a lot of time on Dragon. I rescind my comments. Obviously, you haven't checked out this area.
Yeah, I have not checked out this area. It wouldn't
but you did come here on the other side of this door.
Yeah, I came in here, I think. At some point.
I don't think you came in here, but right here.
Yeah,
that's what you came. Because this door was closed while Dragon was still alive, remember?
Quite right.
We had quite the discussion on the topic.
Did we now?
No, we didn't.
Right. We basically just want to get up, don't we? To criteria?
Yep.
Yeah. No, wait. We want to go to Brinstar. So we could basically go down if we want to.
Yeah, but it's shorter to get up to criteria.
Is it?
Easier to navigate.
Okay.
At least I would say it is.
Fine.
Well, it's still up here though.
Up. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that little boop sound is supposed to be Samus making a pain grunt.
That's reading way too much into it.
It has to. What else would it be?
A video game sound.
Loud sounds. Oh. You see that little snake dickhead trying to pull you down? Come down here.
Screw you guys. Okay, wave beam and then off to...
your hunch.
My hunch.
What is your hunch? Share with us your hunch.
We will see when I get there.
Lars is very wary
We'll see when we get there.
Wary of saying what his hunch is because he's worried that I'm gonna spoil the surprise by making it a constricted, stupid sound like, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
No, it's not really that, but I also don't want to spoil it for the people watching.
The delightful viewers.
Yes, hello viewers.
Hello,
yes, you there.
How do you do?
How are you?
Did you spend 2 hours killing Dragon today?
Or did you spend 2 hours killing him the first time you played this game?
Probably. You should have.
Right, could we... It's very... Okay. Can we grapple on these things? Or should I just try to jump up the shaft? Because it's a little bit difficult.
You have a freeze beam.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same as the red tower climb, right?
Sure. Same sound as the Super Mario skeletons.
That sound is just delicious, both here and in Super Mario. Jumping on Skull Koopas is the best feeling in the world in Super Mario World. But it's actually better in Super Mario World, though, I would say.
Yeah, it is a bit more on point.
It's a bit more boins.
Yeah.
It's like someone slapping a xylophone or something. Is this over by the sunken or the wrecked ship?
Yeah. This is the path you have chosen for us. So, what?
This is the decision you made. You will have to live with it.
This was your decision. Mine was actually because I know that we... don't have the map of Meridia anymore, but the top left of Meridia has a shortcut going to Brinstar.
Oh, yeah. And I actually think you can't get
to the wrecked ship through here.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, let's have a look then.
Up there, then.
No, isn't that just a fall down?
No.
Oh, it isn't. Okay, there we go.
Probably need to keep shooting up.
No, I probably need to be a cannonball, maybe. Or do I? Ah, there we go. Yes. Oop, wrong button. Or wrong ability, I mean.
We had this discussion last time, I think, but I still don't feel like the X-ray scope is very well realized in this one.
Why not?
Because once again, we did have this discussion last time.
Yeah.
And we did disprove my statement in that video, but it just doesn't feel like it shows you anything that the. Well, there you go. Yeah. Immediately. Still, can't shake the feeling. I oftentimes forget that it's there. But since we have been sorely asked to play Metroid Prime,
yeah,
which we should, because I haven't played those and I really should. In those games, the entire scope thing has been expanded upon. Apparently,
okay.
Like you have an identifying scope to learn more about the area around you, and you have like X-ray, obviously the X-ray scope, but tons of other types of stuff.
Yeah.
Related to scopes, so it probably suits a 3D game better.
I don't know. I mean, it all depends sort of how it's utilized.
Yeah.
How it's implemented, or how it is used by the player.
I just feel like it's in this game at least, where it's just used to see the hidden blocks and whatnot. It's only good for the most obtusely hidden secret walkways. Like, I think you did once in this playthrough, just walk through a room and just randomly went through the wall somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened several times.
Yeah, that's my point, though.
Yeah.
Will this lead us outside? Is the question now.
Eventually. Whoa, but not down. I think,
is this the right way? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Through here.
Smart.
Should maybe save along the way as well, just in case something really bad or unfortunate happens. It's not strictly necessary, but it would be a shame if something really bad were indeed to happen.
No.
Alright. Criteria.
So we are not too far off the end of the game now.
Yeah.
Since we have a little bit of a stroll. Preliminary thoughts. Care to share any? Or is it too soon?
In terms of what?
In terms of the game in general.
Well, the game in general is enjoyable to play. It is... I don't know, I like the exploring and so on, as I have mentioned already. I don't know, it also feels... It feels very familiar, just because I played other Metroidvanias as well. So it's... I don't know. I guess my big surprise is that I don't hate it. Because I guess before discovering that this genre was actually my jam, I, like Christian, was a little bit prejudiced against it, I guess.
Yeah, that tends to happen when something is hyped up to oblivion.
Yeah, but also like, I've never thought that this game looked good when I saw it in videos or at games done quick or whatever. So it's just, I don't know. It's something about the color palette, and it's something about the, I would say, too detailed blocks or sprites. I don't know. It's something like, I feel like pixel art works really well when it is
Minimalistic.
minimalistic, or at the very, very other end of the spectrum, over detailed. This sort of falls between two camps.
So if you compare this to, I don't know if you've watched any of those, but you know I play Chasm nowadays, right?
Yes.
Compared to that art style, for instance, which is supremely more detailed, but also much more minimalistic.
I feel Moonlighter looks better than Chasm.
That I will agree on.
Yeah. Chasm is, again, a little bit too simplistic and falls sort of between two camps.
You ever heard of a game called Super Brothers Swords and Sorcery?
It is on my to-play list.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I'm going to make a series of it or not, but that's why I haven't played it yet. It's in case I want to do a series on it. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking for the closest save room, and that's up there. Well, screw it.
Are you going for the Wave Beam or?
Oh shit! I forgot about the Wave Beam already.
You just go left and down. It should be fairly close.
No, it's not fairly close. It is.
Fuck the Wave Beam. You don't need it. It's not mission critical.
It's closer to go down in the middle, actually, or it's actually closer to go on the far right to get to the Wave Beam. I think
the long
middle
shaft.
one. The middle one. We can just go get it. I mean, it's not gonna cost me much to do that.
Put up some fast forward signs and. No, but I see what you mean about the art style. It's the minimalistic but slightly because like Moonlighter is, I would call that a work of art when it comes to its art style.
But also like,
I mean, I'm even hard pressed to call it pixel art. I know it strictly speaking is pixel art, but it's so detailed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you have so much attention to detail within the limitation of low resolution.
But then you have games like what I would call the typical Devolver Digital game.
Sure.
Mother Russia Bleeds, Westeros,
Luftrauser,
yeah. All of those games that you didn't save.
Yeah,
you have to exit leave. I forgot about that.
To reload.
Yeah, no, I can see what you mean.
Then
I would say when it comes to graphics, for the SNES, this is obviously top tier in terms of graphics. But you can tell that there's a lot of stuff that's very lo-fi compared to the rest of the game. Like the menus, for instance. Well, the UI elements here.
Yeah. But they don't need to be, because if they were any more detailed, they'd be just distracting, right?
I agree. But it just crashes a bit with the rest. If you look at it as a whole, it just kind of it just crashes a bit. It feels like there's like someone designed a UI for a completely different game, and they were like, you know what, let's just use it here.
I actually do not agree, but I think it suits it very well. But you know, it's down to taste, really.
I guess.
What I see that it's a product of its time, but it's the minimap that sort of baffles me the most when it comes to the design of this game. Because it's weird how it's sort of
completely lacking in any form of detail or actual useful information.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Well, not completely lacking, but still.
Yeah, but the map is tile based, but many of these rooms are not, in a way.
Which is interestingly enough become a bit of a staple for the
and any game trying to mimic it as well.
Yeah, Chasm does it.
Shadow Complex has the exact same layout as this
Chasm
game.
Chasm has like literally this. I think you have to powerbomb through the wall on the right where you just were.
Nice. Do you think so? Okay.
Poor guy.
He just got farted on.
Yeah, but There's one thing that Chasm and I think also Symphony of the Night.
There's no exit here. There's only the large shaft going
right.
So I have to go around on the left.
Damn it.
I'll go through here.
Chasm, Symphony of the Night did one thing, which annoys me with this. Because one of the things with the minimap and also the bigger map, obviously, is that it's a bit inconsistent with. Oh, to the left here you can power bomb.
Let me also just look at the map for a moment and figure out where we're going.
Yeah, because you want to be on that side, I think, because that's the red side, isn't it?
The what?
No, that's the bubbly side of Norfair. Wait, the fuck? We're not looking at Norfair. What the fuck am I on about?
Brainstar.
Oh.
We were trying to get to Norfair.
Yeah, see? I know what I'm talking about. I have words.
Yeah, you were saying something about Symphony of the Night.
Yeah,
I think I can't really follow along with this conversation because I don't have the frame of reference.
No, but you'll be able to follow along once I meanderingly get to my point. Because like now, for instance, the hallway you're in now.
Yes.
You cannot see. It just looks like if I were to read this map, not knowing this game, that's a dead end.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Symphony of the Night adds little openings between rooms.
Which is very helpful.
Yeah. But one more thing that this game does that's really annoying is that it's not consistent when it shows you a dot on the map which holds a treasure.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine. It's fine that it's just a dot that is signifying a point of interest. That's fine. But then it should be a dot every single time there is an item there.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind the thing that it's tile-based. That's, I guess that's personal preference, but I think that's fine, even though it is simplistic and stupid. And
it's not that I mind it. It's just that it's inconsistent in terms of the layout of the rest of the game. But it is only to show you scale. That's all it does. Mm-hmm. It shows you that you have moved from one place to another. So it's like a map grid on any regular map. Mm-hmm. So it does make sense. It's just like it's in this day and age, 15 years, 20. How long is it? 24 years after this game was made. That inconsistency is more obvious because we're now used to very dynamic minimaps. What am I doing? I'm just talking and running at the same time.
Yeah. And getting eaten by a snake man.
And a snake man. Mm-hmm. I noticed from a comment that one of these... I don't know which room at the moment, but one of the rooms that we've gone through... do you remember the room that had a lot of spikes and a lot of floor vaginas? Mm-hmm.
And you powerbombed away all the tiles?
Yes. Apparently one of those floor vaginas, and only one of them, you can fall through or something.
I know. Yeah. I held my tongue.
Annoying stuff.
It's one of the... It's kind of like with the... When you found your way into Kraid.
Yeah.
I think it's this sign.
Is it in here? No, it's...
Yes, it is in here. Is it in here?
No, it's the one on the far right here, in the middle. Do you see the one that has a pink L?
Right.
That is the room.
I see it.
So, which is the shortest route there, though?
Because this is a fire room.
Yes.
I still think you have to go through here anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean. I think it's odd that a lot of Metroidvania games hang on to that map.
I think it's just.
I think it's just
to as an homage, really.
I mean, I don't mind that map as much. I think, like, remember when we played Salt and Sanctuary and such, and I was complaining about the lack of a map in a 2D side scroll, and you felt like it would just be fine if it didn't have.
Yeah, for me, it is. There is a slight difference between Salt and Sanctuary and other games in this genre, in that Salt and Sanctuary, for me anyway, had so many. So it had so much variety within every single level. So I had no problem sort of navigating any environment I was in, just because it made sense to me.
I didn't have problems navigating it in that sense either. But my big problem is that all of the areas, I don't feel like they had that much variety in terms of its areas. So, one like for instance, when you were in the Festering Banquet, the very first section, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of places in the Sultan Sanctuary that looks just like the Festering Banquet, not completely to a point.
Yeah, no,
and obviously places like the Mire of Stench and all that stuff, it looks different.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of places that has the same misty, semi-spooky scenery going for it. And even worse, because as you can tell from the ending of Sultan Sanctuary 2, it's washed out for a reason. It's related to the story, right? You're a shipwrecked person, blah, blah, something or other. So,
very well plot condensed. Yes.
The point is just that you're supposed to be in a mental haze, right? That's the whole idea with the island.
Sure.
So the fact that all the colors are kind of washed out, and then just as you get the good ending, you can see the game in all its full color glory.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fine. It's consistent with the game's art style and design and story and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes a lot of the areas kind of blend together. So when at least when I played, one of the big problems I had was being able to navigate between the various sections. Like, I can never remember. Does Mire of Stench connect to the Festering Banquet? This is bad. You need to.
Jesus Christ!
Problem solved. But yeah, you see what I mean. I assume, or did I?
I don't know. You digressed so far that I actually stopped paying attention for a moment. I think.
Oh, glorious.
No, I
just feel like it's.
I remember your original sort of gripes with everything sort of looks samey a little bit.
Yeah, and then it's just hard to know how to get from say Festering Banquet to the Ziggurat of Dust. Yeah. I couldn't place all these things logically close to one another. And that was my biggest problem.
I was able to do that, but I think it would be a much bigger problem if you played the game for a bit and then left it for a while and then returned to the game. I think that would be quite horrible.
Yeah, but then again, Dark Souls has that same problem too.
Yeah, true.
And a lot of people agree that there's a lot of inspiration from Metroidvania type games in Dark Souls. Of course, Dark Souls games.
Mean, Dark Souls is a Metroidvania in my book, anyway. I just now remembered that we have another area that we haven't gone through before we go to the statue, and that's the little lava pit. Is that down there in the blue area?
The little lava pit?
The little lava pit where there's presumably obvious boss fight behind, need to go under the lava.
Yeah, I remember now. The place that I explicitly told you that you shouldn't waste time on.
Yeah. Is that? I think that's down here.
I think that might be the blue
the little
unexplored area down
blob.
there. Yeah.
Right. Oh, come on. Oh.
Yeah, that's also the thing with the space jump. If you don't hit that little window.
Yeah. But hey, we did it. Oh.
Neat.
Neato. What do we have? Ooh, a new area. That's interesting. And this is a return path. No, it's a save room. How convenient. That means that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. This extremely frantic and long, and it's been a journey.
For us, at least. Man, trying to vocalize unresearched or unscripted opinions on things is hard.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why I keep droning on. Digressing from my own points.